What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We are taking a step back in 1999 when this machine was created, and we are currently looking at the DELL Dimension XPS T500 with Windows 98 installed and Intel Pentium 3. So this machine was from 1999. It currently has Windows 98, does not have second edition yet, and this is pretty much the current setup of it. Everything's original on it from what I believe. I think this machine was used for possibly a college at one point, or slash a business agency of some kind for the state, but it has had a few users in the past. It's been definitely used before. It's still, however, in pretty good condition. When I got this, it was listed as more of a gaming PC. I'm not thinking so, because I mean, it could be a gaming PC. It really could be, with the right amount of mods and stuff to it. But aside from that, it is your plain old regular DELL Dimension from 1999. So we do currently have a floppy drive. We do have another floppy drive. And we have a DVD drive with an expansion bay. So that is a nice feature to have. On the back here, we have your power port. We have the two PS2 slots for the mouse and keyboard. We have two USBs. We have a serial port for your mouse. And of course, a printer port. And what else? We have, of course, the ABCD lights. And yeah, here, in fact, I just noticed this. This is a tag of property of La Plaza Telecommunity business. So some sort of historical business of some kind. We do have a, of course, RGB hookup. And of course, we do have your standard headphone jacks and audio jacks and audio ports. We have Ethernet and phone, of course, phone jacks, and that is pretty much about it. I do want to connect this to the internet, so we'll see how it does, if I can actually load any modern websites. Flipping this underneath, if I can safely do so. Just have your standard serial number, and the manufacture date was 5/22 of 1999. It does take 6 amps, but yeah, that is roughly about it. So it does have the white casing. Well, it's more of a beige, but it's pretty like a cream colored casing. Still in pretty decent shape, hasn't really yellowed, which is nice. But let's power this thing on and see what we have. Okay, so we're gonna plug this in. There we go. We do have the matching keyboard for this computer in decent shape. Also, oh, here it is. Here's the BIOS, Pentium 3, of course, checking the RAM. Always love this logo too, but there we go. Okay, so this machine originally retailed for, I believe, $12.99 back in the day for the speakers, the keyboard, mouse, the monitor, which was, I believe, a Dell Triniton CRT display, and of course the computer itself. So here we are loading into Windows 98. You can really hear that hard drive spinning away. But yeah, honestly, I've seen how nice these machines are, like back in the day, and what they could be. Really cool. Something about the beige color 90s computers. Just something about them is different. But yeah, we do have a Dell mouse, not the one that went to it, but it is a PS2 mouse. And I'm just using a flat screen Dell monitor. So let's see, this thing is loading, taking a while, as all old computers usually take. But yeah, another local seller for roughly like 60, no, it's like $55. So pretty good deal, considering that these computers are pretty still expensive to buy. If you were to buy them online through eBay or something, they're still pretty expensive, especially with shipping. So not bad. We get this photo, and see if we just go in. Gotta love that Windows 98 startup sound. But yeah, it is currently loading. It does have, and here is a startup. Register, connect, discover Windows 98, and maintain your computer. You can show that each time it starts, but discovering Windows 98. It does have Plus 98 installed as well, so that's why you're seeing the little Windows flag. But there is the Windows 98, Discover 98 contents. You can do the computer essentials, you can basically just go to the whole setup guide.
A hands-on introduction to your computer. Press the right arrow key on your keyboard to continue. On the left part of your screen is a list of topics you will learn about. If you want, when you're ready to exit Computer Essentials and return to the Discover Windows 98 content screen, press the up arrow on your keyboard.
And we will just go to close. So basically, yeah, you can check out all this other stuff too, but here is Windows 98. Does have Windows, well, it does have Microsoft Office, and we go to properties. We do have Windows 98, doesn't have second edition, genuine Intel, and we have the MMX technology, so only 128 megabytes of RAM, so it's really not much at all. It does have I believe it does have a Viper card in there, Viper video card, but it is a 32-bit system. Graphics, it's not showing it. I know it shows up when it boots up, it's showing the exact graphics card in there, but for what it is, I mean, it has a lot of programs on here. We got the Plus 98. Love some of the themes too. We'll go take a look at the themes. There we go. There's a lot of stuff I kind of have to delete off of here just so it can run okay. Display. So yeah, we will go down. So this is part of the Plus 98 theme. So with the Windows flag background, we get this one, which is your standard, just Windows 98 blue background. I'm not sure what that one is. We have this one, Waves. We have this one. It is I'm On. Not sure if that one's part of it. We have these weird triangle ones. Changed. I guess it looks like grass. We have this one. We have... what other ones? We have these lines here. Straw mat. Of course, we have the Windows setup flag right there. A Photoshop suite. I believe that was just for Photoshop. We have Plus, which was the jungle one. I always thought this one was pretty cool. The Panther. So yeah, there are lots of cool photos on here. Pinstripe. We have Picture It wallpaper. Not sure if that's really... I don't know. Nah, that's for the Picture It program. What else we have on here? Netscape. I don't think that's part of it. Internet Explorer wallpaper. Houndstooth. Not sure what these ones are, but there's a few that are from '98. I'm not sure where this one came from, so yeah. And then none. So we will go back to Plus. We'll go back to the screensavers. So we have this screensaver as the current one. Basically, kind of jumbling the whole Windows, the whole display, just completely weird. It's all mixed. We have Underwater. This one's pretty cool. Let's see, we got Travel. Just a little plane flying around. The Golden Era. Person was reading a book, and you see a telephone up there. The 60s USA. That one's interesting. Sports. What else do we have? Space. This one actually looks pretty cool. There's an astronaut, satellite. This one's pretty nifty. What other ones we got on here? Science fiction. This looks like something you'd see out of Star Trek. Oh, you can't. You have to be real. The mouse is real sensitive, so you can't. Interesting. That's that one. Taking a look here at science. This one's similar to the one we just saw. It kind of bubbles the screen like if it's a water effect of some kind. Nothing too crazy. Here's nature. We have leaves. We got caterpillars on there too. Here come the caterpillars. Pretty interesting. Mystery. It's cool, the lights will just flicker on and off. Ooh, the door opened. Comes a bat. This one's pretty cool too. Get the moon slowly starting to rise. There's an owl too. There's an owl. Oh look, the different rooms do different things. Yeah, this one's pretty cool. Be good for Halloween or something. A lot of cool here's Leonardo da Vinci. Pretty basic. Here's a jungle one. So it just slowly adds different leaves and variants. I'm assuming a frog will show up as well. If this thing will load them, but it might take a while. There we go. So there's a toucan. Different birds and different animals. That's pretty cool. And they have matching wallpapers as well. There's like a monkey. That's Nate. That's the jungle one. Inside your computer, this is a famous one for sure. Basically has a motherboard and it has these little capacitors flipping through. There's another one there. Start getting all these circuits and capacitors and chips. There's a chip right there. It's pretty cool. One has some writing on it. 35 volt. Fashion. What's this one? Just a woman in a dress. We get falling leaves. This would be good for like the fall or something. Yeah, it's pretty cool, I guess. Easy photo. No, this was dangerous creatures. Got some stingrays here. Another water effect. It's pretty cool. It's like all the sound effects. Man, if only you'd get all these options on the modern version of Windows today. And you get baseball. I don't know if anything will happen with this one. Oh wait. You just get random people, and then there's none. So I guess that's all of them. So just stick with the 98 appearance. You also have different versions, like different ones of the themes. You can do like a red, white, and blue, which is like a navy. You could do a rose color. You can do a rose large. You could do slate, spruce. You can do storm, wheat, window standard. I know there's plus 98 themes, rainy day, pumpkin. So there's really a lot of themes that you could do back in the day for different times of the year, which I thought was pretty cool. There's a maple one. There's a purple one. It's a lilac. That one's pretty cool. I know there's another one where you can see like the plus, then you have brick and desert and eggplant. I know there's more with the plus 98. If you go over here, and look at the programs and you look for Microsoft Plus 98, you can see the desktop themes. It'll take you there. Here's the baseball. So you can scroll through the different ones here. Dangerous creatures, you get falling leaves. And it changes all the whole theme, the whole inside your computer is one of the most coolest ones too. The background picture, really cool. What else do we have here? We get the jungle with the panther. The font is pretty cool too. We get Leonardo da Vinci. We get more windows, which is pretty cool. This one's nice. Has the Windows 98 logo and then just a zoomed in picture of the flag. We have mystery. That one's pretty cool. Nature. Science. Science is kind of cool. You get science fiction. The space one's really cool. I always like this background. It's pretty neat. Sports. We got 60s themed, groovy, man. And we have the golden era. Tractors. We have travel. Underwater is pretty cool too. And then of course you get the Windows 98 design, which we currently have. We have the Windows default one, which is your standard, and World Traveler. So that's it. That's pretty much all we have on here. And each theme for the mouse pointers will change as well, so you get different mouse pointers. But yeah, we pretty much have... Is that all of them? Yeah, that was all of them, but pretty cool. It's pretty unique. But other than that, you pretty much get all your standard old programs here. Get some Adobe on here. I do want to install Photoshop, but I mean, other than that, it's pretty basic. I mean, Windows 98 was definitely an upgrade from the Windows 95 successor, but yeah, it was definitely better than Windows 95 and offered a lot more. And then of course we had Windows 2000, which came after this, and Windows Millennium Edition after that, but Windows 2000 definitely was a little bit more traditional and kind of starting to resort to Windows XP. But yeah, I mean, you still have Windows updates, you still have pretty much everything that you would normally. But yeah, for now, that's pretty much all about it to show for Windows 98. There will be more in-depth videos on this machine, but until then, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and share, you guys, and really appreciate the support. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy these videos and stay tuned for the next videos. But until then, take care. Bye.